Yes, my name is Brenda Andrews from Lafayette, Louisiana, pageant director for the Martin Luther King Association. And this evening we have my assistant, Liz Richard. How are you, Liz?
I'm good this afternoon, thank you.
And one of our past kings, D'Angelo. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Good, good. So we want to bring to you, to the surrounding areas, we have a pageant coming up. It's for young men and young ladies, ages 10 to 18. And it's about our 30th year.
Yes, I think so.
Yes, and we're going to invite the public to pick up an application, fill it out, and turn it in so we can start rehearsing and get it started. It's January the 17th at the King Center, 309 Cora Street here in Lafayette. And we're going to just talk about the pageant and how we go through it and what it's all about, and ask the king a few questions and maybe have something to tell us about it. And Miss Liz have a few things to talk about after the pageant. We have another pageant in Selma, Alabama, but I'm going to let her tell her a little bit about herself.
My name is Elizabeth Richard. I am the treasurer for the Martin Luther King Association and the assistant pageant director. And I work closely with all the girls and guys for the pageant and enjoy it so much. I can't wait each year to do this. So I'm hoping we have a lot of contestants this year.
Yes.
We have a big trip coming up. It's the 50th anniversary, and we're hoping that we can get a 55 passenger bus filled to take the kids. So we're going to talk about the pageant and let
D'Angelo.
Mr. D'Angelo, King 2014, tell you his experience and some of the things that he learned.
Okay. So tell us about the pageant and what you experienced. How did you hear about the pageant, D'Angelo?
I heard about the pageant from a lot of people that were in my community. They encouraged me to join.
Okay.
They said that it was a good thing, basically, whenever I had heard about it, I was like, oh no, I
Can't do it.
I can't do it. No. But it turned out to be fine. First experiences are always,
Okay.
tough, but it turned out to be real cool.
So
Okay, so did you hear about it on the radio or your friends at school or in the community? What?
It was announced on the radio, basically everything you just said, on the
Okay.
radio, at school, in the community, at my church, everywhere.
and who encouraged you the most to participate?
I would have to say Mr. Marquedrick Durrell.
Okay.
He encouraged me the most to participate.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and then the pageant is really not a beauty pageant.
Right.
We put it as for mostly a talent, because the founders of this organization, Ms. Judy Prejean and Mr. George Williams, when they were thinking back, way back when they first started it, they say, we know everybody has a talent and we need to pull it out of them. And I noticed when the contestants come in with their parents, the parents be saying, oh, she's shy and she
Right.
can't do this and she can't do that. For years we let the parents participate and come in the room.
Right.
Then the contestant gets all shy. So for years we start saying, parents, y'all gonna have to stay on this other side and we're gonna work with you, the kids, because we know they have talent.
Right.
Okay.
I believe that everybody has talent, no
Right.
matter what it is. I always heard that, everybody can sing. They may just not have a beautiful voice, but everybody can sing.
Okay.
That's true.
And then we have voice, they do poems,
Right.
they play instruments, they do dancing. I mean, the list go on and on.
Right.
I mean, we practice maybe 3 to 6 times before the pageant. The
Right.
day of, we practice all day.
Yeah.
And then the night of the pageant, these parents is like, is that my daughter or my child on stage, And myself, I'd be crying, you swear it's a funeral, because when we first started, these kids wasn't doing what they came on stage and do that night.
Right.
It's amazing. I mean, I love it.
I do too, because you said you didn't show me that last week. I mean, when they get out there, it's like yawn, and it's like I'm amazed at what they can come out there and do. And the kids who was like, I'm shy, I can't talk, get out there and they speak loud and
Oh, they-
clear, and just really just take that shyness out of them.
The
And that's what we
shyness.
want to do. We want to bring the best out of the kids. And
Right.
that's what it really helps with. My daughter's shy. She's not going to do this. When they leave, they're a totally different kid.
So all the shyness breaks.
Okay, we come to practice, we practice with them, with their talent, how to sit down.
Right.
We do etiquette class, how to,
Right.
what spoon, what fork to use, what glass to use, how to pass the food down. We have guest speakers come in and talk with the students, the contestants, and if they have questions for them, I mean,
Oh, I love the guest speakers.
right, and you learn a lot,
Yes, you do.
okay? And the day of the pageant, some of the contestants, they get scared and frightened, and we have to work with them all day.
Yeah.
One time, we want to thank Blue Cliff College for coming in and doing massage for them. They're doing their nails. The guys getting ready, getting their clothes together. We work with them all day.
Right.
We ask that they come in that day. They do not leave. Because we had experience one time somebody left and got in an accident. So when you come the day of, you're going to spend the day with us.
Right.
We thank all the sponsors, all the food sponsors that give us food
Oh,
for these
yes.
kids all day. So y'all be ready, you
Yes.
know?
Food was excellent. Yes.
Okay, so what is one thing from the pageant that you learned?
That I learned. One thing from the pageant that I learned was to be more clear and precise about what you wanted to do and not what you basically, I don't know how to describe it, what you wanted to do,
The day of the pageant?
right,
Okay,
and not come up with something previous that you thought that you should have done,
okay,
but you didn't do it. I don't know if you caught that, but you know.
okay. Right, and you tell us what your talent is,
Right,
but we can't practice with you because that's something you have to come out and do on your own.
right.
And
that's
no
what
one's
I mean.
supposed to know what you're doing till the day of.
Exactly.
Right. But all the applications, at all the Parks and Recreation Center in Lafayette, and that's about 5 or 6 recreation centers.
Right.
You pick them up, you fill it out, there's a mailing address, or you can drop it back. There's a deadline to turn it in, and once we get all of them, we call the parents, the guardians, and we have a meeting with the contestants and the parents. The parents have all the questions we want to ask. We're there to answer them. We try to sell ads, have a souvenir book. That
Right.
was fun.
That was.
You know, you get to meet all kind of people. And when you went ask for an ad to sell your ad, how did you present yourself? What did you say?
Hello, my name is D'Angelo. I am in the MLK pageant. I am trying to go for Mr. MLK 2014. I'm trying to get some sponsors. Would you like to sponsor me?
Okay, and it worked.
It worked.
Yeah. And
It
then
really
we
did.
have a page where you have what we call it at the end, just like classmates. You know, they might
Right.
not have money, but you know, if you want to put your name in our souvenir book, that's $2. Some people have 2 sheets of pages with names. You know.
Good
But
luck,
the-
my buddy. Good luck, friend.
Good-
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or in
Something like
memory
that.
of
Yeah.
the grandma that passed away or something like that. And we have a photo shoot. They come in, they dress nice. The guys come dressed nice. The girls come with their makeup and hair done. We take photos. You get to keep your photo.
Yeah. I still
You
have
get a
one.
sash. You get your crown. You get flowers. Bailey's been serving us dinners, and that is so nice for him to do that.
Good
You-
food.
good food.
Yeah.
I mean, and the table is set out and everything. I mean, it's a blessing.
It is. It really is.
Okay, another question. Do you think the questions for the older youth should be given for them to study or the day of the pageant? I mean, just be surprised with what question we're going to ask you.
I honestly think that they should be surprised with the question. In a pageant, you never know what you are coming into. Generally, somebody's first impression, well, I can only speak for myself.
Correct.
My first impression on this pageant, I was like, basically I said, oh no, I can't, because I didn't know what was going to be thrown at me. But it's a real fun experience whenever you have surprises along the way. There's always like a little twist or something that has to get done.
Right.
And whenever I think it's fun and it's better that way. That's my opinion.
To don't get the questions
To
ahead of
not
time.
give the question ahead of time.
Because we tell you in practicing and rehearsal, start looking at TV,
Right.
local news, national news, read the newspaper, listen to the radio, listen to things at school. It's all things pertaining to life,
And that's your hint right there.
right? And it's nothing that we ask that it's not that you shouldn't be aware of.
Right.
And we ask the question to the older kids.
Right.
So I think we've been doing good with the questions,
I
Liz.
think we've been doing very well, because actually one year, we did try to give it to them like the day before, and it really didn't make a difference.
Right.
But giving them on the spot, you should be able to think, especially when you're 16, 17, 18.
Correct.
You should be able to think on the spot and be able to answer a question.
Right.
Right. And then answering a question, you repeat the question again. And if you didn't hear it, you can ask us to repeat it again. And we want to thank all the judges that have been working with us for years.
Yeah.
They are very professional. It's not like it's family members. You know, we call out either on social media, emails, or people that you know. Anybody want to be a judge? Send in your resume. We look it up. And it's hard to judge. I wouldn't
is.
want to be a judge.
I wouldn't want to be a judge even in
It's very hard. And sometimes some people miss it by 1 point.
Yes.
To be the king or the queen is very, very hard. Okay, so we thank all our judges.
Yeah.
And for sure, let's see. If you can change one thing about the pageant, what would you do? What would you change?
What would I change?
Or would you leave it alone?
I would leave it alone.
Okay.
I would leave it alone. Everything, it's ran right. Everything flows like it should.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the MCs we had in the past, we had Miss Dr. Luella Cook, we had Miss Suzanne Melville, we had Pastor Lisa Lazard, we even had,
Brandy, one of the past queens.
yes, and
Brandy Gallion.
all the queens that we had, we can list them on and on. The Miss Duyon, Delana Duyon, Brandy Gallion, okay, the list goes on and on.
Right.
You know, beautiful girls. Half of them went on to college and got good jobs. The Kings are doing such good work. You know, it's when you come to practice or rehearsal, it's not time to play around.
Right.
We have a job and it's done on a certain day, and then after that you have a parade to participate,
Right.
and then we have the Selma trip that we take. The kings and queens that wins in each category get a free trip to Selma, Alabama. And Liz, you want to talk about Selma?
Yes, this is one of I love this trip. It's a trip to Selma, Alabama. If in each category, boys and girls, if you win, it's a $300 trip. You get to go to Selma for free. It's not saying that it's mandatory that you go, but it is your choice to go. You get to meet so many different people. You get to
Yes.
experience so much. There's a pageant over there. The older girls, ages 14 to 18, that participate in our pageant, if they choose to, they can participate in the pageant at Selma.
And that's meeting civil rights leaders from all
Meeting
over.
civil
Right.
rights leaders from all over. Al
Right.
Sharpton, all the different people
Yeah.
that participated actually
In the march.
marched in that John Lewis, who walked hand in hand with Martin Luther King,
Senator John
Senator
Lewis.
John Lewis,
Yeah.
and a whole bunch of people.
And they had a chance, I think your daughter, she's of age now, but she had a chance to meet Coretta Scott King.
Coretta Scott King,
I
Rosa
mean,
Parks,
Rosa
when she was
Parks.
still alive. And they have photos, and this is something that they'll never forget.
Right.
Right.
My grandbaby, who's 10 now, she's been going since she's 3, and she's met people that she'll never forget.
Obama.
If you ask Obama, Hillary
President
Clinton,
Obama.
and if
President
you ask
Bill
her, she
Clinton.
can tell you about anybody who did anything in Selma. You can ask her. And it's an experience if you want to learn your history and why we have to vote and why this people fought for us to do what we have to be able to do what we're doing here today.
Right.
Because without that, we wouldn't be able to do this.
And then they reenact
the
the march over the Jubilee, the Pettus Bridge.
Correct.
And that's in Selma, Alabama. So that trip is when?
March 5th through the
First weekend in March.
first weekend in March.
And we invite the public to go.
Anybody can go.
And this year is the 50th year, so you know everybody gonna be there.
It's gonna be real big. I'm gonna make it I'm gonna make it appointed that I go.
Okay. So again, our pageant is for ages 10 to 18. boys and girls. Anybody can join, fill out the application, turn it in. We can start calling you and meeting with you. And I'm so happy that you won the King. I mean, your talent was awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, it was
Beautiful
hard to
voice.
judge.
He had
Yeah,
to perform when he went to Selma. They
It
let
was
him.
tough.
It was like, oh man, you can serenade me any day. So
Yes.
I was
you got
nervous
that beautiful voice, and the Lord has blessed him.
I was very nervous in Salma. I wasn't expecting to
Perform.
participate, but I worked very closely with all the queens.
okay.
And I'm trying to think of the name of the queen that was crowned Miss in Selma.
I can't remember.
I can't remember her name, but she was a very pretty female, and she was very talented.
It was hard to judge that, I understand.
That too.
Yeah.
It was very hard to judge that too. The performances was out of this world. Things that you would have never even thought of. Things that you would, just not even think of.
And even at the step show was,
Oh goodness.
Now, these are some steppers that come from all over the world.
but
Yeah.
they step for a reason. They step for the voters' rights. They all have a theme to their step. So they don't just get up there and stomp their feet and move around.
Right.
Everything has a message on voting and why should we vote, and they put it out there, and they do a very good job at doing it.
Yes, they do.
We try to get some of our local kids to go, steppers or whatever. If we ever could get them to go and participate over there, it would be a wonderful thing also.
Okay. And to, let's say, in Selma, for like 5 or 6 years straight, our queens, when we attended that pageant, our queens was winning queens there.
Right.
Now that was blessing. I mean, they have a parade. To me, it's like an international festival
Right.
because
it's
they
very
have
big.
booths and singing and music and educational, the museum. We go to participate at the Brown Chapel Church, and
Right.
you see people over there. I mean, you have to go to Selma. If you know anyone that want to participate in the pageant, tell them to fill out the application. It's nothing hard. We work with the kids. You know, we
If you don't
practice
have an
with them.
application, call any one of the Parks and Recreation Center, and they'll get you one.
They'll be very
They'll be
happy to
happy
get
to-
you one.
Direct you where to get it and how to get it and when to get it.
And I applaud and commend Ms. Judy Prejean and Mr. George Williams, the founders of the Martin Luther King Association. Now, me and myself and Liz, we are members of the organization, and we meet the last Thursday of the month at 6 o'clock at the King Center here in Lafayette, and we invite anyone to join. We're always accepting members. We work with the kids in the community. We do Easter egg hunts. It's in conjunction with the Lafayette Parks and Recreation also. We do a family fun day. We have a black and teal ball. We participate in the parade. I mean, we serve hot dogs with different organizations just to give back to the community. It's everything is about service and
Right.
giving back. And I understand you're going to be going to college. You're headed to college, and where is this?
This is in Maryland. Well, you can say DC.
Okay,
The college is UDC, the University of the District of Columbia.
okay.
I will be going for mortuary science and film directory.
Wow.
Wow.
So that's excited.
I'm very excited. Very excited. It's far away from home because I love Lafayette. I'm gonna return, but I just have to kind of venture off and then come back.
So you're going to DC. So did your mom show you how to cook? You gonna be cooking over there or what?
Oh yes.
Okay.
She showed me how to cook. I didn't get this big for nothing, but
Okay.
she showed me how to cook, and as time passed, I figured that it would be a good experience anyway.
Well, I'm very proud of you, and I know you're gonna make your mom proud
Oh yeah.
and the organization.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, and tell them about the organization and the pageant up there. You never know.
Right.
Yeah, and then you might want to start something there. I knew someone from Opelousas said they wanted to start an organization in Opelousas, and I have a sister in New Orleans want to start in New Orleans. So
Sounds good.
spread the word.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because we've been going a long time, and we brought a lot of kids to Selma, and
Yeah.
we do a lot of great work in the community, and we just want to continue to grow. more kids participating in the pageant. I mean, parents, don't let the kids say no. Say,
Right.
well, you can do something. No, everybody has a talent.
Yes.
You
Right.
can sing a song, you can read a poem, recite a poem, not read it, recite a poem,
Without the
do a
paper.
dance.
Without the paper.
Yeah, recite a poem without the
Right.
paper.
Without the paper.
You can do a dance. Everybody's praise dancing now. They got such beautiful gospel music now. Anybody can do a praise dance.
Right.
And remember, it's not a beauty pageant. So
'Cause
don't say, well,
everybody's
I'm not
beautiful.
pretty enough. That has nothing to do with it.
Nothing
You're
at all.
beautiful in the heart. You're beautiful on the outside.
And we sit down and we talk with the girls and the guys, and we have a session. And sometimes they have questions for us. And like me and Miss Liz, we learn from them. We don't know everything. We trying to learn what the kids talking about in school. Sometimes they're on another level. Sometimes we got to get down to their level. But we say we bring in guest speakers, and they can ask questions and answer questions. It's a learning experience. Every year, we look forward of getting in October and ready to do the pageant. We want to commend Miss Sandy Bonnet for decorating our stage every year.
Yes.
It's
She did a
beautiful.
fabulous job.
Yes.
And the lady that does the sash, we commend her.
Yeah.
And then Liz do the ordering of the big old beautiful crowns. They're beautiful. It's hard to judge. I'm talking back on judging these pageants, And sometimes we have sisters that's in the pageant together, and one win, one.
Right.
And
But then you teach them how to win and lose.
right.
Right.
And that's a lot of things too, because not everybody can be a winner. You are a winner just for putting your foot on the stage and walking out there.
Right.
Somebody's got to wear a crown, but that because you don't have it doesn't mean that you did not win also.
It takes a
Right.
lot to walk out on the stage.
Just take enough. Because
And in the past, we did have people that freeze on the stage, and then everybody start clapping and stuff, and they start again.
Start again.
you
Yeah,
know?
that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. It's all right.
Mistakes happen.
Yeah. But again, we want to commend you for participating in 2014 pageant and being Mr. Martin Luther King, and that's an honor.
It is.
And we ask that you come back, and if you want to help us with the future pageants, we look forward to working with you. We know you're going to college, and it's going to be busy for you. We're going to continue to pray for you that you do good
Thank you.
in school, keep that grade average up.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and it's going to be okay.
Oh yeah,
That's it.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
okay.
So how you want to close this out? You want to invite the people to participate? What you want to tell the Acadiana?
Well, surrounding areas, Lafayette, come and join this pageant. This pageant is really good. This pageant it's not only just showed me how to become something. It showed me multiple things. I had a very fun experience. Just come and sign up and join.
It's just something you will always remember.
Oh yes, I will always remember this pageant.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you saying this to our face and to the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And Miss Liz, you wanna?
Just in closing, I would just say I hope we get a lot of applicants, and we're taking applications now. So come on out and support this cause. Be a participant, and I'll be happy to work with anybody's child.
Right. And the day of the pageant is January the 17th. It's at 4 p.m. We ask, it's no money involved to come in. We ask that you bring 2 canned goods.
Yeah.
And we fill up boxes and give it back in the community to people that's needed. And that's been working very good for us.
It has.
And come early because the gym be
It
crowded.
be
Crowded.
very crowded.
Invite all your family, friends,
Invite your families
classmates.
and friends. It's free.
Say, come out and see
Come
me.
and see some talented young children, young
Right.
youth. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because we have kids who's been waiting for years. Like, man, I'm not 10 yet, but my birthday coming, I could be in it.
Yeah.
I'm not 10 yet.
And some don't
now
give up.
they're 10 and they're can't wait.
And some was in the pageant that didn't come out, maybe came out first, second. They keep trying, keep
Try
trying,
again.
keep
Coming back.
trying.
Try again and try again.
Right, and it's okay.
It's okay. It's an experience they learn.
Right.
When you fill out that college application and you say, well, participated in multiple pageants, and it's like, oh, so what did you do?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're out there in the community and you're putting yourself out there. That just looks good.
And I also want to thank all the entertainments. The DJ that helps us, David Alexander, smooth operator every year. And the entertainments, that's when we have an intermission and they get on the stage and just do it up on the stage. We thank you so much. We're looking for entertainment for this year's pageant. We're looking for judges that want to help us with this pageant. And give us a call, 337-258-1666 or
230-3119.
yes.
Alrighty, we do thank you. I have a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, well, you too, Miss Liz.
Okay.
What do you two expect more in the pageant? What do you expect more to
When
come?
we first started, this is just me. I remember one year we had 21 contestants. 21. It was
Ooh.
beautiful.
Goodness.
Yeah. And I'm not going to say that I find that it's slacking. Today, the youth, I have no kids, but to look around, all these youths are in so many activities. Their mama got to drop them here,
Yeah.
here. They're very involved, and that's a good thing.
Right.
So we try to do a pageant with at least 10 or more.
Right.
But if we can ever do that 21 and up again, Lord, it's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna
come
happen.
back. Yes.
Yeah.
And you, Miss Liz?
And what I expected from the pageant is, like I said, I want to see a lot more kids participate,
Right.
and I just want to see their faces on pageant night,
And for them to just,
and
be
just be able to be
themselves.
themselves and shine, and their parents' eyes light up, and their grandparents' eyes light up, and they said, "I can't believe that's my child." I think Brenda her friend has a granddaughter who we never thought that would get on the stage and do anything.
Never.
she
She
won.
doesn't speak.
And
She's
she
quiet.
won in the pageant. You know?
Had everybody crying and they swear it was a funeral.
So you know
And
you
she
get the
won and
shies
she did.
one,
Yeah, we
and you get the
practiced with her.
shies one, and they come out there and they shine, and it's an experience, and it fills my heart to see that they can get out there and interact with other people, and because a lot of times they sit back, but the interaction is there.
It's very
Right.
good. Yes. But
And okay,
you had another question?
no
D'Angelo?
ma'am.
Well, I thank you for coming on the show to answer some of the questions and let the audience know how it feels to be a king. And we're going to keep in touch with you, so let
Of
you know what's
course.
going on. So if you're ever in town and you want to participate with us, just let us know.
Give us a
Of
call.
course.
Thank you,
And
Thank
thank you,
you.
Ms. Liz,
Ms. Brenda.
being my right hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all for participating. We're done, my boy.